The aliens surprised me with this one. They don't just need gold, they need old gold long buried, saturated with time. Pressure, decay, and memory, apparently it catalyzes one of the final reactions in the cure. Leave it to medicine to want something that's been forgotten. They sent me to Port Royal, Jamaica. I hid the saucer deep in the jungle outside town where vines and birds would swallow it whole, then I went in on foot. First stop, shops. Pirate clothes are ridiculous when you actually have work to do. But looking the part matters. Loose shirt, boots, belt, I kept the sword from the knights, cleaned, oiled, strapped across my back. It changes how people look at you. The inn was loud before I even opened the door. Smoke, laughter, bragging pirates stacked shoulder to shoulder. Drinking, eating, pouring at the wenches like they owned the place. Every man inside thought himself immortal. I walked straight in. Hollywood pirate, they'd have called it. Too clean, too confident. I climbed onto a table and let the room notice me. I'm looking for a ship, I announced, loud enough to cut through the noise, and a loyal crew. They laughed, whistled suggestions I won't bother writing down. I know where a treasure is buried. More laughter. So I dropped the coin. It hit the table with a sound that ended the room. Gold, heavy, old, the kind that doesn't shine so much as glow. Silence followed. I know where the rest is. I said every piece of it. That's when things got ugly. Men shoved each other, arguments broke out about whose ship was faster, whose crew was deadlier, who'd slit whose throat. First I watched them carefully, how they moved, who led, who waited. That's when I saw him. Quiet in the corner, sitting in shadow like the noise bored him. He had the look of a captain, someone used to storms, listening when he spoke. I picked up the coin and walked over. You, I said, and placed it in front of him. He studied the gold, really studied it, then he looked at me. I'll take you, he said, then smiled, slow and unpleasant, but if there's no treasure lass, you'll do as the prize. I smiled back. I didn't tell him I knew exactly where the treasure was. I didn't tell him I'd buried it myself 1,000 years ago. The island had changed. Shorelines always do, trees move, rivers wander, memory lies, but gold remembers. We sailed at dawn, the crew watched me like they were waiting for me to slip. I watched the land, the birds, the way the water moved against the sand. I found it by feel more than sight. We dug. When the first glint appeared, the crew froze. When the chest came up, black and heavy, unmistakable, the shouting started. They laughed, they cried, they argued. I took what I needed. A small sample, ancient, ends perfect. Before greed could finish eating their sense, I slipped away, back into the jungle, back to the saucer, back out of time. Let them fight over the rest. Gold has always been good at that. The aliens were ecstatic. This ingredient locked the formula into place. The cure is no longer theoretical, it's real, stable, reproducible. Lives will be saved. They gave me the next destination. I haven't looked at it yet. Sometimes I like to sit with the quiet between missions, let the dust settle, let the gold cool in my hands. Time leaves traces in everything. You just have to know how to dig. Wild Rose.